Hello and welcome back to Grumpy's Kitchen and Provisions. I'm still grumpy. So this morning we're going to make a holiday favorite, and I don't know why it's just for the holidays typically, because it's a favorite of mine anytime. But we're going to do it Grumpy style today. So today we're going to make Chex Mix, Chex Holiday Mix, but obviously incorporating Grumpy's seasonings. That is not too late to order for your holiday cooking needs on our Etsy site at GrumpysProvisions. So you go and get some. So today we're going to start with the recipe. So we have 3 cups each of the 3 different Chex Mix, corn, wheat, and rice. I have a cup and a half each of little pretzels, and I went with a pita chip. You can do bagel. Or you know what, if you don't have them, don't get squirrely, you can just leave them out. I mean, add a little extra something else. And I have some nuts that I'm going to put in half of the batch because I have somebody that is allergic to nuts in my party coming up. So my Chex Mix is a little different, obviously, because we're using Grumpy seasonings, but also we enhance the flavor on some things. So the 6 cups each, then we're going to go with, instead of 6 tablespoons of butter, 8. So this is a half a stick of butter. We're going to drizzle over your Chex Mix. And this is another tip from Grumpy. Instead of adding it to your baking dish, put it in a big bowl. Get a bowl big enough to mix everything in. It really is the key to get everything combined so you get seasoning and flavor on every bite. So next, I'm going to drizzle half. So this is 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce instead of 2. And this is really one of the big keys to really spicing up, adding a lot more flavor. And using a good quality Worcestershire sauce, I'm not advertising for Lea Perrin's, but in my opinion, it is the best flavor for a Worcestershire sauce. Way more flavor forward. And it does have anchovies, so if you have a vegetarian, you might have to use a different one, but the flavor is way more pungent in a Lea Perrin's. But I'm going to add half of my, little more than half of that. I'm going to put that, and I'm going to add more later. Now I'm going to give it a toss. Now I'm going to add my other accoutrements. I'm going to toss it again. So you can see everything starts to get mixed up. Now I'm going to add my seasoning. So my seasoning is 1.5 tablespoons of Grumpy's Go-To and 1 tablespoon of Grumpy's Etcetera. And that's going to replace your Lowry seasoning or seasoning salt. So we added half. Now I'm going to add the rest of my Worcestershire sauce. And this really does help in coating each piece. So I'm going to scrape out all the rest of my butter because we need every bit to make sure everything is coated properly. Again, so you can get flavor on every piece. That is the key. Now I'm going to add the rest of my seasonings. I'm going to give it a shake. Okay, so I don't know how good you can see, but everything is incorporated. All the pieces have seasoning on them, and they all have some moisture between the Worcestershire and the butter. So last step, so again, I'm going to take so I'm using hotel pans. If you don't have some, you can pick them up at any restaurant supply store, but they fit in a regular oven. And it gives you a little better surface area to move just sort everything out in the bottom. So I have my oven preheated to 250 degrees. And we're going to we're going to cook at 15 minutes at a time and stir them up in between each one. So there's the first one. Now I'm going to add my nuts for the remaining. So I just went with a cashew, 1 cup of cashews, and I want to stir them around again so they get some of the flavoring on them. Put that in my other pan. Voila. And again, other than you know, using the Grumpy's seasonings, and I guess even that is optional, but recipes are suggestions. So if you don't have something, create something else. And I think that's the difference between a professional chef and a home cook. Is if I don't have an ingredient, I'm just gonna make do. I'm going to create something else. I'm going to just change gears, because that's what you have to do in a professional kitchen all the time. You can't worry about it, cry about it, or not do it. You just have to work it out. So that's part of being a chef, is just being able to work things out and getting a recipe, again, like I say, as a suggestion, and just changing things out. So I'll be back in a second and we'll see. So 15 minutes at a time, 250 degrees, stirring between each, and I'll be back. Okay, so here we are back again. So 4 sessions of 15 minutes, 250 degree oven, stirred between each 15 minutes and rotated. I rotated top to bottom each one. And now you have some delicious Chex Party Mix with the Grumpy seasoning. So between the go-to that again replaces your seasoning salt, and the Etcetera that really adds a little bit of the herbaceousness. Hope I'm saying that right. I'm not an English major for sure. I'm a chef. So so there you go. Easy enough. We're going to let that cool down. I'll store it in an airtight container and pull it out for the holidays, for any parties, for a great snack. And again, it's not too late to get your 4-pack for the holiday cooking season at our Etsy site at Grumpy's Provisions. And until next time, I'm Grumpy and grateful for you to keep watching, liking, and sharing. Have a great day.